All right. Hey, what's going on, miners? Terahash Tuesday. We have a special guest, from the UK with us tonight. We have Hawk as always, and we have Mr. Yeti. What's going on, guys?
How you doing, King?
Doing good, man.
Yo.
All right, man. Man, it's been we got a lot of stuff going on this week. So how was your trip to the US, man? How was it? Was it as expected, or did you expect more, or?
No, it was really good actually. We thoroughly enjoyed it.
Okay.
Meeting a lot of the miners was probably really the best bit about it.
Okay. Yeah, I know I didn't come out there. I'm sorry. You're gonna
next time if you don't make it, I'm kidnapping you.
Oh man, what's going on, Hawk? How's everything going down in Florida?
It's amazing because I was just like, I'm literally hanging up the phone before we got started. Bro, I've been on the phone all day. Me and Mike have been on the phone for like 6 hours today. We're just exhausted, man. We're trying to get everything wrapped up with the new facility, and that's coming soon. So, it's just a lot. It's a lot more work than I anticipated, but it's gonna be good, man. And I'm excited. So
nice.
Yep.
Well, so let's see here. With everything that's been kind of going on, and I know everybody's been kind of asking, why is everybody buying hardware right now? Because I know all of us have, right? We've all bought and stuff, and there's other people out there that are like, man, you guys are insane. There's no break-even point in sight for you guys. So I just want to get, your guys' opinion and mindset on it. You know what I mean? Because, I think everybody knows mine. But Yeti, let's get yours, man. What do you think about the break-even when you're buying hardware right now in this bear market? Ethereum's going to merge, what have you picked up recently in the last 2 weeks, buddy?
Okay, so I went and got an entire rig of 2080 Ti's, predominantly because I didn't have any NVIDIA cards. So I wanted to edge my bets so that if there's one algorithm that's predominantly NVIDIA, then I've got the ability to do that. But most of my cards are AMD.
Okay. How do you feel?
Yeti's like the AMD king, though. Yeah. He gets it down to I don't even know. What he got my 6600 XTs down. I don't even know how he got them that low because I try to do it myself. Man, I could do this too, man. I don't need Yeti. I can do this. And I'm sitting here for hours and I just don't know how he does it. So he's so good at it.
I've had a good load of practice. That's why.
I know. For the viewers out there that don't know, Yeti works with me at Hawk Crypto. He handles all the back end stuff for the network, and Yeti is now going to be a working partner with the new facility, so that's going to be really big, and we might have to fly him back over stateside because, well, let's just say I think his wife's going to hate me.
The jet lag's going to be brutal.
So, yeah, it's going to be big.
So
DJ Mine's in the building. What's up, DJ?
Oh, what's up, DJ? So what about the break-even part? How do you feel about, how much of that, if you don't mind me asking, how much did you spend on the rig? And, how do you feel about that break-even point? Is it going to be 5 years for you break-even on it? Or is it more of a long-term game for you?
I mean, I always knew going into buying it that, a good chunk of investment in and around 3K's worth of investment.
Okay.
It's probably going to take me a good 2.5, possibly even 3 years, depending on the market.
Right.
So I've been doing this long enough that I'm in a position where I'm fortunate enough to have the money to be able to offset a huge chunk of it myself without having to sell. So the bonus with that is that I can look at the really long-term stuff and go, well, it's not profitable now, but in 2 years it might be absolutely booming. And the last thing I don't want to do is miss out an opportunity.
Yep, exactly. That's how I look at it as well. What about you, Hawk? I know you haven't been buying as much lately, but you were a few months back. You were buying some up. How do you feel about buying cards and the break even? And a lot of people, I think, right now are really scared. You know what I mean?
Um, Listen, this is how I look at it. You know, when first of all, I'm not buying any cards right now because I just can't. Like, I can't. Like, it's just it's a little rough right now financially, trying to get the new place up and going. So, it just, we have to focus on priorities, right? But a lot of people always talk about like ROI and stuff, and I want to get into this for a second because everybody's like, "Oh, you bought a 6700. How long is it going to take to ROI?" Listen, if you want to be a crypto miner, you need the equipment, right? You can't do it either way. It's like when I was at work as a police officer, I had to buy boots for work. Okay, well, when do I ROI my boots? Like this is like, but this is what. But I'm serious. Like, a lot of people get stuck on ROI and when do I get more investment on my return? And guys, if you want a crypto mine, you need the gear to do it. So it's like baseball players. Do they ROI on their bats even though they make millions of dollars? Do they ROI on their uniforms? Like, it's an equipment that is a necessity to do it. Stop if you want to mine. The best way to be focused on that is buy one GPU at a time. Pay it off where it doesn't break the bank, so then you don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people get into this and go, I need a return. How long is it going to take for your return on your investment? That's just not the way. Like, this is not. Yes, you're investing into something that generates money, but I mean, come on, guys. Like, you want to mine, you got to buy the equipment. Stop bitching about ROI. This is what it's allowed.
Yeah.
And for the record, I did have a boot allowance at work, but but that's not the point. That's not the point of the conversation. We did. Perksler just asked if I had a boot allowance, and yes, we did have a boot allowance. But
otherwise, you're getting your boots from Kmart. No.
yeah. Go to Target and buy boots. But everybody's got to stop focused on ROI, man. If you want to be a miner, this is what it costs. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, it's exactly it. Like, everybody, sometimes when I recommend some GPUs out there, people are like, "Oh man, it's only making like 80 cents right now." I'm like, okay, but you're only looking at it like right now, right? You need to think about what it's going to be making you down the road if you hold all that. You know what I mean? So to me, I think there's too much. Everybody's looking at it really short term. You got to get the long term picture in there. That to me is where the real gains are. But first, let's go over all the people that are here with us right now. I just want to say thank you. I'm just going to go down the participant list here. We got Andrew C. We got Austin, Black Cat Crypto, Blue Dragon Mining, Cook 4015, Crypto Craig, Dakar Tech, Damon Blackburn, DJ Mines, D Miners, Dumpster Fire, Gordon Murray. Of course, we have Hawk in here. Hereby Service, Hugo Down. We got K-Trim. Is Misfit Mining, is that Chump? Is that Chump trolling me right now?
Yes, that's Chump.
New England Crypto, Patrick Murphy, Perkster, The Veteran Miner, The Traveler's Travel, The Wicked Jester, and TPS Miner.
Yeti, I am not that bad. I'm sorry. I am not that bad. Okay? I am not that bad. Stop it. Stop right now. I am not that bad. Okay? Oh my god. Yeti's gonna be, I think the F word is gonna be every other word out of Yeti's mouth when he's here and we're working. Because, he literally told me once when I put the video out, I started getting orders fast. I got them real fast, and he goes, "What did you expect when you put out a video that says send me your mining rigs?" Like, and then we got bombarded with orders, which has been a blessing, don't get me wrong, but now it's like, holy, I have to send and get I got to get another facility now, and it's just moving so fast, and it's been a blessing. So, like, yeah, it was pretty funny. It was the funniest thing I heard in a while.
So, Yeti, with your experience, right, in mining and in the tech field, right, what's the one secret that you can give everybody here when troubleshooting? What's one maybe simple trick that you do that maybe others don't do, or maybe something that you've just picked up yourself, you know?
Start with the simple things. Seriously, always start with the simple things, because the amount of times that it's been like, you know, a riser isn't quite plugged in, or a pin isn't quite pushed into the power plug enough, and the amount of times I've not quite pushed a cable into a breakout board is another one.
No, yep. That's good advice though too. That's what I try to do when I troubleshoot, is go over all the simple connections first.
Yep.
Right. And I like last night I was working on a client's rig. Okay. I'm on the crash cart. Okay. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, why isn't this working? Like, I'm just getting upset. And I go around the back and I'm like, oh, maybe because the Ethernet cord is not plugged in. Maybe that's why, Hawk. And I'm just like, you know, I'm working 16-hour days. I'm walking around. I'm just like, you know, mother. the whole time, like walking around it. But you'd be so surprised that it's just could be something so simple as, you know, a power supply not seated in all the way, or, you know, an Ethernet cable or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I laugh because then you feel like an idiot. There's no getting away from that. Trust me. You feel like a complete moron. Like, it happens to all of us, I'm sure. Nobody will like openly admit it, but it does. So, yeah. Excuse me a second. I need to send this video to the girlfriend who wants to watch, but she doesn't have your channel. Why? I don't know.
Oh, that hurts, Hawk.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, do you have any other useful tips for the people out there, Yeti, with your years of wisdom in the mining field?
Yeah, a few. As I always tell my friends who have been getting into crypto as well, only ever spend what you're willing to lose is a really important one.
Yep.
I always try and keep to that, because at the end of the day, everything could go tomorrow. I seriously doubt it, but everything could go tomorrow. And then what? We'll all be left with just the hardware. And given how many miners there are, that would completely crash the GPU market at the same time. So, you know, only ever spend what you're willing to lose.
Yeah, exactly. That's
right. But here's another thing, though. Not financial advice, obviously, though. But if you guys are going to do something, right, do it at 110%. That's just me. Like, that's my logic. Like, you got to assume, especially if you're going to turn it into a business, you know, like when you get to that point, you can't be scared to make decisions. You just have to make the decision, follow your heart, and go along with it. And I know I'm getting a little philosophical here, but it really does come down to it. When you buy 8 GPUs, you plug in a rig at your house, cool. All right, another 8, cool. When you start getting into hundreds of GPUs, dude, like, now you got to turn this into a business, or you have to think like a business, right? And if you're going to scale and you're going to do it. I mean, listen, again, not financial advice, but now's a good time to start buying stuff. If I had a little bit of extra coin, I was going to do that, but gotta like roll back a little bit. Yeti upped his percentage, so I can't spend anything.
Thank you, Hugo Down, for the $10 super chat, man. I really appreciate it. When am I going to send up the memberships? Man, I keep getting asked that question a lot lately. So me personally, right? I'm trying to figure out.
Sorry.
Hawk does have I believe it's the Gold Eagles, right?
The Gold Eagles.
Gold Hawks.
No, it's Eagle Crypto Mining. Yeah, that's right, guys. It's been Eagle.
The Gold Hawks. The Gold Hawks. Golden Hawks.
The Golden Hawks. I couldn't think of a name. Okay.
So I'm thinking of a name, and I'm thinking like, you know, Knights of the Hash or something like that. I don't know.
Knights of the Hash. That's actually pretty catchy. I would join it just to say I'm a Knight of the Hash.
Or Hash Rate Knights. I don't know.
Different color swords or different size swords depending on which level of membership.
Some guys have longer swords than others.
But the main thing is for me is I want to give something back to you guys. You know what I mean? Like, for being a member. I just don't want you just to be a member to my channel. I mean, I would appreciate it, but like, I want to be able to give you like something for it. Like I was
my God.
I was thinking like a 1 hour King's table. King's table. I was thinking
Yeah, Chump makes it so hard, bro. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. Chump makes it so hard.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thanks, Chump. Okay, well, see,
you can call
he
them
does
the mining queens.
Hey, yeah. Hey, D-miners, do you notice that the Misfit mining person there, that's Chump trolling me? He doesn't have a wrench, so you just want to kick him for a minute?
Wait, you got a good one. Brad John said, "Why don't you just call them the Kingsmen?" That's actually pretty tight.
Yeah, that's
like
a pretty
that.
good. That's a pretty good one.
And it's British. Yeti's gonna love it.
But then we're traders using his stuff, so you know how he's gonna feel about that.
Technically, I'm already.
So funny. DJ goes, "Y'all better than me. You become my member, you get a high five."
So I was thinking of like 1 hour on the weekend. I might do like a voice call with all my members who like want to troubleshoot rigs or something like that, or need help setting stuff up. I was thinking something like that. Thinking something maybe like Chump, but I wasn't trying to copy him for the hash rate giveaway. So I got some ideas. I just want to give something back before I start it. It is in the works.
Speaking of in the works, King. I'm sorry.
Right.
There's a delay, so sometimes when I speak, I feel like it may cut you off. I don't mean that. This is your PNY. Want me to send this back to you?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
That's actually. Right. I was hoping you were going to get to that because I'm actually putting that in my. Oh yeah, he's not watching YouTube right now, but that's going in my son's computer for his birthday. I'm building him a custom green Minecraft PC.
Do you need this repad or repasted at all? Before I send it back?
I mean, you don't have to. I could do that when it gets back. I could just.
I'll hook you up, man.
I think it just needs a repaste. It's a 3060, so it shouldn't need any pads.
All right, I'll hook you up.
Electron's got one of my 3060 PMYs sat at his. That's in pieces at the moment.
So yeah, it's gonna be my birthday gift to him. So he's turning 12. He's starting to do more homework. And he has school and stuff. So I'm gonna get him. It's something pretty decent. It's an i5. On the 10 series. So it's decent build. Got 16 gigs of RAM, but I could always give him 32. So, and he loves Minecraft. My kid's been playing Minecraft forever. But then again, he loves Legos. So, but anyways, let's see here. What about some of the miners? I know there's some people out there still. And how do you guys feel about SSDs or the USB? Now, I know all of us here are like in this live here. We all use Octa miners.
Where's D miners when you need them?
Yo, I got the drives if you need drives.
But I know there's some people that still use the USB, and to me though, I don't know why they do, because I've had so many of them fail. Like I've had the overclocks will start to fail, and the drivers will start to fail, and it makes the rig really unstable. Your thoughts, Mr. Yeti? Have you ever used USBs maybe earlier in the days?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. I used it when I first started trialing Hive. Quickly made me realize how much I needed to put an SSD on it when I burnt through like 3 USBs in like 6 months. So, and doing updates was horrific, because obviously every time I'd do an update, it would fail, corrupt the drive, and might as well just burn it from scratch anyway.
Yeah, exactly. What about you, Hawk? Any experience with USBs, or you always just been the SSD guy?
Well, if you recall, I was trying to set up the Flux node with the USB, and Max yelled at me for it.
I remember that part now. I do. I was there. Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think USBs are a backup option. I think USBs, like, for example, like I have like 4 or 5 USB sticks with Hive OS on it, just as a backup. If the rigs go down, I don't have an SSD, I'll plug it in as a temporary solution. But I load up on SSDs, man. Like, as you can see here, I mean, GPU risers is giving me, because I have a bunch of R8s back there, so I need backups. I prefer SSD. I mean, listen, man, USBs have come such a long way. You can probably, I mean, I ran all my simple mining when I was on simple mining software, simplemining.net. I ran everything on USB sticks for months and never had a problem. So it's not like you should do it with an SSD. I mean, it's probably the more, I guess it's just the correct way of doing it. You know,
long-term,
you can run it on
a long-term solution. You know.
Yeah. So,
DJ Mine says M.2, and the only thing with M.2 though is it can take up PCIe lanes. So right. Just be aware of that. If your M.2 could be taking up lanes, which could limit you on how many GPUs you're putting in your motherboard to mine.
Or you can get. I know this probably sounds stupid, but they do have the USB adapters that are pretty good at them too. That you can run them off. You know what I mean? And they work
for the USB adapter for the SSD. Yeah, they have those. SATA. They have those as well.
Those are pretty good too, and especially if you guys are new into mining and you're trying to save some money. Listen, running everything off of USB is okay. Just make sure the specs are good. Make sure it's 3.0, all that good stuff. But if you can get an SSD, I know they're a little expensive. I know the Kingston, is that what it's called? Or Kingston, right?
It's like
I think
$20.
They go for it's like $20.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to save money, you have a USB laying around, just make sure that the specs are up to date with it. So,
well, I'm going to share a little piece of history here. This is provided by our friend Yeti here. This is going to be what what he used to be mining with back in the day. It's but it's not coming up now. Okay. Oh man, I'm pulling a Hawk now. See here. Oh, there it is. And let's see here. I need to put it above Mr. Yeti. There we go. Sorry, Yeti, had to cover you up, bud. Oh, but what? Oh, but
you switched the screen back there.
There we go. Technical difficulties. All right, so this is Yeti's old mining setup. Yeti, what can you tell us about this contraption here? This looks like S1s and like S3s, right?
Yeah, so there was 4 S1s and an S3 running at that point. And that was back end of 2015. That picture is from. So yeah, fair number of years now. I didn't realize just how old the photo was till I came across it the other day. I sent it to Hawk. I was like, damn, I've been in this game a fair chunk of time now.
Yeah, you've been in for a while there, Yeti.
Yeah.
Now, how much Bitcoin do you think that you've actually gained from those miners there?
From those or in total?
How about total over your years of using ASICs? Because I know you don't use ASICs anymore because ASICs, they are a hard game to keep up with.
Oh yeah, I tried to keep up. I went through literally 5 or 6 generations of AMP miners before I finally said enough was enough and it was getting too expensive. But in total, give or take 25 Bitcoin total.
Man.
Yeah. Bitcoin's allowed us a very comfortable life over the years.
Very nice, man. Very nice. Yeah, you're even using an ATX power supply. I see this Corsair right here doing work.
I've still got that power supply.
That's back when you can run them off ATXs.
Oh yeah.
That's man.
What's even funnier is that's a 750 watt power supply that was running two
ASICs.
Yeah,
they were running 2. Wow. Yeah. Okay. You can't do that anymore.
No. God, no.
All right. Now we got Yeti back, man. That was awesome. See that piece of history. Very nice.
I said you should keep it because, in 10 years, God knows where mining is going to be. I think it'll always be here, and that might be a piece that people might just buy because of a nostalgic value. You know what I mean? It's one of the first ones on the market. You never know.
I actually thought about maybe bringing one to facility number 2.
Well,
do you actually?
We'll actually put it in a case in the office.
What's really cool about facility number 2, guys, is, I really want to share this with everybody, is facility number 2 is actually a retired chip manufacturer, which is really cool.
That's cool.
And it has this, there's this plaque that we saw in the old conference room that's like, it's like a time warp, bro. I'm not even kidding. Like, we walked into this building, me and GPU Risers walked into this building, and it's like walking into Soviet Russia. Like, it was like, oh, dude, it was old from like the 70s. There was like a Chinese flag in one corner. Like, there was like these statues. It's like, it hasn't been rented in 15 years, and the guys who rented it didn't even, didn't do anything with that section of the building.
Oh, right. Huh.
So we saw this old motherboard, and I looked at the landlord. I'm like, can I have that? He's like, yeah, you could take it. I was like, cool. I literally like got it there and moved it where we were going to be. And it's an old motherboard. Now, I don't know what the company was, but it'd be pretty cool just to like reframe it and put it on the wall. This is what used to be here. This is what it, now we're turning we're bringing it to a data center.
Nice.
Why don't we set up a few like mining pieces of memorabilia as well?
Yeah, that'd be great to do something like that.
I've got a couple of S1s still. I'll bring one.
There you go. That'd be cool,
just
man.
Set them up on the shelf, man. I know King's got it. King, you got an old one, don't you? Don't you have like an old ASIC?
No, I don't.
What's that thing that you had though? With the fan on it, it's like this big.
Oh, that's what I got from Ghost Train. Yeah, that thing actually is old. That thing is way old.
As old as the S1.
Yeah.
As old as an S1.
Yeah, the dual mining ASIC, the grid seed that dual mines Bitcoin and Litecoin. Yeah, I forgot all about that little thing.
What'd you do with it? You got it hiding somewhere?
No, it's plugged in at my dad's house.
Because I forgot
because I put it in his office because he don't go in there, right? And because that fan, it gets loud and it moves some air. So
yeah, I'm sure, dude.
And you have to have it plugged into a computer, and I'm like, I am not going to listen to this thing all the damn time. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting going into this new place, man. I'm really nervous. Like a excited, nervous. I don't know. It's going to be challenging for sure. And just having you guys, behind me and Mike and the whole community, just everyone together. Everyone's offered to come and help. I know D Miners is like, I'll relocate the whole family. I'm coming. And even Panda Panda offered to help, and a lot of people are offering help, which is really Tane's even offered to help us with networking. Like, it's just been really, really cool.
The air miles, put it that way.
Yeah, it's gonna be much.
Just to let you know, mental mining, I don't know if I want to answer your question. It's a little political, so I'm going to stay away from it.
Wait, what was the question? I'll answer it for you. Where is it?
We're on my channel, Hawk. Right? No.
Can I just see it? Where is? I don't even see it.
He asked what he thought, what our thoughts were about what Biden said about possibly banning proof of work.
Well, okay, it's not a political answer though to it. It's really not. There's a very simple, non-political, non-biased answer to it. He had a committee do some research. He's not banning it. There's a lot of FUD. And he's just they're just doing some research into what's called the power intensive consensus methods. That's exactly what they said inside this thing. It's just a suggestion, guys. Let's not get too ahead of it. I mean, I know Son of a Tech put a video out earlier about it, and everybody was like, "What do you mean?" That was a little bit of a clickbait, being real. There's no ban going into effect. I did do a video, a live stream on it. There's really nothing going into effect. Nobody knows anything yet, so it's not political, guys. It's just the answer, right? They're looking into it, but I personally, and I've had this discussion with a few people, legally, I don't think it could happen. Because executive orders get shot down all the time, and there's too much money behind it. So, and it infringes on our freedoms. But we won't go there. Let's keep going. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So Yeti, being experienced like this, right? You've seen some, bear and bull runs and all that stuff. When you started GPU mining, was Ethereum always the top coin, or were you mining other things like Beam or Grin or
Vert.
Vertcoin, Conceal, Ravencoin? I mean, any of these other coins. So, what was profitability like? Was it all over the place, kind of all the time? Where it was?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the best way to describe it. Like it was a case of having to do a lot of profit switching and working out what I did want to get involved with, what I didn't want to get involved with. Back in the day, before I learned, just how much I'm going to brutalize cards with Kapow, I did some Ravencoin. Before I learned my error of my own ways and decided no. Will I ever give it another try? I mean, it would have to make it worth my while before I go putting myself on like stupid intensive algorithms. I don't all of my cards aren't the latest gen as well. So latest gen are not too bad on Ravencoin to a certain degree. There is still an impact, but not as bad. 5,000 series, yeah, I'm just not going to run them that hot at all.
Not the Vegas either, huh? Not the Vegas.
Oh, hell no. No.
Don't give him any ideas. All right, we're already strapped at this facility right now.
I was already upset with the amount of heat those things produce at the point of me sending 16.
The wind tunnel is more like a
72.
I'm gonna rephrase. I'm gonna put a sign over the wind tunnel that says Hell Tunnel. All right, because I got a client who's a very good client, a very nice guy, but he's got 4 X12s with 3080s. Okay,
my kind of guy.
Founders, yeah, great,
Hard
great.
work.
But when it's running, 2,500 watts, 3,000 watts per case, and it's 16, 17 amps. That's like 3 rigs. It's a lot of power. You know what I mean? So that's why after him, I decided that no more 3080s, 3090, cards, 3070s or lower. And as far as AMD cards go, 6700 XTs or lower. I am not taking any heavy cards at the moment.
He didn't say no Vegas. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, but Yeti, as compared to the 3080, those Vegas don't take as much compared to the 3080.
They put up
full board. They're about 170 watts a card.
Yeah, see, that's not terrible though. That's okay. No. I'm talking these 3080s. This guy had them at. You saw it. You saw it. You see the systems. He was pushing like 260, 270 a card. I'm like, oh, slow down. Like, it was ridiculous.
And the heat that the GDDR6X currently produces on most mining algorithms is a lot.
So you want to laugh? I ran out of paper towel the other day to dry my hands off from walking out of the bathroom, and so I just went in the aisle. I damped them over, and I just stood in front of the rig, and I'm just drying my hands. and my girl comes out. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Ran out of paper towels." I'm in front of the L7 like this. Like, there's so much heat inside that aisle right now that I didn't think it'd be that hot. And it's not even at capacity. It's probably at 80% capacity. And that's all I can really use in there right now. And I'm telling you, it's like a 22, I think it's a 22 degree difference between the cold aisle and the hot aisle. Like, oh my God, it's insane.
That's massive. Well, let's start taking some questions. I see the first one up here, a little ways up, was from Crypto Craig. He wants to know, are we considering using BZ Miner and doing some multi-mining like Ergo, Caspa, and other variants? I have not used BZ Miner, so you have definitely piqued my interest. I have dual mined before, like Ton and ETH, Aletheium and ETH, Zill and ETH. So what about you, Yeti? Do you like to dual mine at all very much, or is it you like to just stay right on the algorithm?
I trialed a little bit of dual mining on the Vegas when I had my big farm. It was hit and miss. mainly because obviously the Vega architecture was so different from traditional cards, because it's HBM, it's on package. So the moment the core goes up, the memory suffers, and vice versa. The memory gets too hot, the core suffers. So now I've got a bit of more newer stuff. I may give dual mining another go for sure.
Okay.
But it would have to make it worthwhile.
Right. Yeah. What about you, Hawk?
I'm sorry. I was reading the chat. What was the question again? I apologize.
He wants to know if you've considered using BZ Miner to dual mine like coins like Ergo and Caspa and other coins.
No, I had not looked into it. Speaking of Ergo, though, I did do an interview with CW from Ergo on my channel, which gives you guys, if you don't understand a lot about Ergo, watch that video. He gives you like a really nice understanding about Ergo and how it started and what it's about. But as far as say it again, Yeti, I didn't hear you.
I'd highly recommend the video. It's really good to watch.
Yeah, it's a
Thank
great
you.
watch. Good interview, man.
I appreciate it. As far as dual mining, though, all I'm doing right now is the Litecoin and Doge on the L7, which I got to be honest with you, like that L7 is profitable, man. And I almost like want to like sell some GPUs and buy another L7. I know that's crazy, but those L7s, man, in the bull run, dude, those things are gonna be like insane. Like they're just so powerful, and there's nothing going to come out that is going to be better than that for a while. So I have a question actually for you guys and DJ Minds. The CPI data came out, I think it was today. One of my clients actually texted me. Oh, actually, he's in the chat right now. Austin actually texted to me. DJ, question for you, because I know you follow this. What is your opinion on the CPI data? And that's for you too, King, and really doesn't pertain to Yeti because he's in the UK. But I didn't know if you guys, Yeti, did you guys get any data in your country about the economy or anything like that today? Nothing. So
not really. Our country's a bit preoccupied with other things at the moment.
Yeah, I know. And rest in peace to the Queen. I know that was a big blow. I know you probably grew up watching her and all that stuff. A lot of people did. So
only monarch I've ever known.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. What do you, real quick about that, Yeti? I know it's not really crypto related, guys. What do you think of her son? What do you think of Harry?
What you mean, the Charles?
Charles, excuse me, Charles. Sorry, Harry's his son. My bad. I don't know the monarch, but what do you think about him taking over?
He's going to be much like his mother in some regards. To be fair, a lot of environmental stuff, and the monarchy's changed its role over the years. It's always tried to stay back from politics for a start. It's more an honorary title these days, a bit like the Japanese emperor, for example. Similar principle. It's more for historical reasons than anything. But they still do a lot for the country. They're the biggest ambassadors for this country. So
biggest landowners too, I think you were telling me, right?
Oh yeah. They hold a lot of property in this country.
So DJ Minds did answer my question, guys, and he said, to me, it wasn't a big deal. Slight miss. People just overreacted. Yeah, I completely understand about that. There's a lot of skepticism going around with the current administration and stuff like that, and how all the decisions that are being made. So all we have to do, guys, is just hold tight. Things will get better eventually. It's just a cycle. This is what we go through, and everything like that. What do you think, King? Did you see the data today, or?
I heard it was down, and that's it. I didn't look at it today. So
okay.
I know I was busy taking care of Dad today, so I didn't.
How's he doing?
He's actually kind of like not doing that great. I'm most likely probably within the next couple months I'll probably have to put him in a home and stuff. He's gonna get beyond my care. So it's just the realization of with Alzheimer's that it's a downward thing. It's never gonna go back up. So it's definitely a challenge every day to take care of him. So
yeah, I feel you, man. It's I'm sure it's very hard. Guys, hit that like button. Smash that like button. We got 100 people watching right now and only 60 likes.
Let's go. Come on, guys.
Let's go. Get it up. I know we don't have enough music in here, but
oh
keep
yeah,
it up and going.
Yeah, I know. I gotta fix that. Hey,
you gotta jump on the music train.
Yeah, I gotta jump on the music train. Any other questions for me or for our special guest? You know, from across the pond here, Mr. Yeti.
So, but the good thing I wanted to announce is that I'm doing a giveaway at 2,000 subscribers. I'm gonna do a giveaway at every 1,000 up until I get to like 10, because then it's just like, you know what I mean. But so right now I'm at like 1,953 as of watching this. So guys, let's get to 2,000, and I'm gonna be giving away another GPU. So let's do it. DJ Minds, you'll hit 2K Friday, definitely. So if you guys are interested in getting more engaged, DJ Minds does this amazing. While we're waiting for questions, King, DJ Minds does this really, really cool call-in live stream, which is really, really awesome. You can call in, you can ask questions. I'm going to be co-hosting it with him again on Friday, because last Friday we did was amazing. I don't know if you watched it, King. Did you see any of that?
No, I was out with my kids that day.
Okay. Yeah, we had Daniel Keller call in.
What?
Jeff from Jeff from
I'm gonna have to go
Vlogs.
back and watch that one.
CW called in. Like, we had some amazing guests. Like, it was awesome. A few other people. Like, it was great, man. And I think it's such a good idea. If you guys are interested in Flux nodes, DJ is also doing that too, which I got to get one from him too. I want to get another one up and going while I have the coins. But did you get one? You gonna get one of those, King?
What?
You got to get a DJ Minds Flux node, man.
I use Unraid server. I'll probably get one just to support him, though.
Yes, that's what we have to do. We have to support each other.
I use Unraid, and actually we were looking at servers today, and I'm gonna put a server rack in my house now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeti, that 20 core one that I was looking at, that's the one I bought that one.
Okay, fair enough.
With the 20 cores and 40 threads.
It should do you for what you need. Relating to Hawk, though, and his giveaway, Hawk, Veteran Miner was nice enough to make some Yeti-inspired cables.
Yep.
I've actually got a set. If you want, you can put them up for a giveaway as well.
Yeah, we could do that. And he's working on. I think he's working on some of mine too. What is that?
So you can give these away too. These are King inspired, yellow and blue.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, he's Veteran Miner, guys. You know,
these cables are sick, man.
He makes really good quality stuff too.
See if I can
highly recommend his cables.
If anybody knows Yeti, you should know how picky he is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Yeti don't like nothing, man. He dissects everything.
So if you impress Yeti, then you know you're looking good. And Crypto Craig, you know, I had the S19 running for a week. Right now, I'm still thinking about doing immersion. I know Yeti was trying to talk me out of it, but
insane.
But I'm trying to do immersion on that, and it is a pretty loud. But I also want to look into this other firmware from another company. It's called ASIC to the Moon or ASIC Moon or something. I don't remember. It's in the Space Warehouse video. The guys that does that.
I saw that.
Yeah. You can undervolt your S19, so I can get my 100 terahashes instead of at 3,000 watts. I could get it at 2,600 watts, so I could save 400. So I kind of want to look into that. But right now, because of the temperatures, they're still triple digits, except for today. We got today and tomorrow are under triple digits, but we'll be back up to them again. So for right now, the S19 is off until it gets probably down into the 80s, and then I'll turn it back on.
Yeah, you know, and we could agree to disagree on this, King, which we probably will. But you know, ASIC mining. You know, if people are going to buy S19s, and this is just my opinion here, guys, you really need a lot of them.
Yeah.
To even make it worth it. Like, me and DJ had a guy that came on that had 300 of them in a container. A couple containers worth. Like,
that's a lot of power. That's a lot of power.
Dude, what's here? I'll tell you exactly what it is. Hold on.
3,000 watts, an S19 times 300.
3,250 times 300. I mean, yeah, it's a megawatt. Like, you need a megawatt of power. You know what I mean? And you got to have really cheap electric. Like, I had two S19s running here, and granted, it was just on the slope of the bull run into the bear run, and it wasn't worth it, man. It ate up a lot of power, and I didn't make a lot of Bitcoin on it. And you need hundreds of them. And the problem is that you buy a 110, right? 6 months later, it's nearly obsolete. You got to get the 140. You got to get the new ones, man. Like, it's just, unless you're paying 4 cents a kilowatt, it's just, you got to buy a lot of them. And that's just my opinion. So if you guys are looking to get into ASIC mining, make sure you have cheap electric. You want to do 1 or 2 just to say you have it and try it out. That's great. But please, guys, not financial advice, but don't waste your money on ASICs. Like, unless you're really going to go on a big scale. I did it for you. It didn't work. Don't bother. It's just not.
Crypto Craig is the one who has it. He's the one that asked the question too. He has 1.25 megawatts, and he's the one that has the container of S19s, and he's the one that asked me the question. So, and thank you.
That was him that came on our live stream.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was him or not. I think it was him.
So, thank you, Matt, for the $4.99 super chat, man. Keep up the good work, guys. Well, I appreciate it, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
We like doing this. We like bringing on different miners every week. We got another new miner next week who's he's been doing a couple videos on YouTube, and he has, a pretty small following, but he is a crypto tuber, and he was one of my first subscribers, so he'll be on next week. Yeah. So we're trying to keep everybody coming in and checking out the Terahash Tuesday.
Dude, we're doing pretty good, man. I mean, 100 people at one point. This show does really good. And Yeti, question for you: can I put the L7 on Hive OS?
I don't believe it's supported at the moment. No, you might be able to do the Hive Hub software potentially and reroute it through that, but it's only going to give you the basic stuff. Unfortunately, I don't think anyone's done a custom firmware for the L7 or the E9.
Yeah, I'm trying to look. Hive on firmware. Oh, well, no, L3, S17. Nope, it's not on there yet. It sucks. Definitely gotta.
Let's see if we got any more questions. Let's see, we got any more questions from you guys?
I did see somebody ask a question around Mine Farm.
Okay.
So how's that going, Yeti?
It's progressing at a fair pace.
I know I'm not helping with that.
Took a look at another version of the OS yesterday. It's still a bit away yet before we can obviously open it out to the world as an open beta. But some of the crypto people will be getting messages probably soon from me and asking if you fancy running something as a test.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely do it for you. I think everybody's interested in getting, for what you've been talking about. It's a phenomenal idea. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to put it to scale in the new facility. We want definitely at the type of software, the management side of it's going to be awesome, even at the enterprise level. I know you were talking about making an enterprise version of it, because guys, we're going to be running a lot. Like we're going to probably have capacity for up to 3,000 octo miners. Like that's a lot of cases. Like I got 50 back here. Like that's a lot of cases. Yeah. And, that's, and I really, a lot of people are hitting me up about ASICs, Yeti. And I don't, and King, I don't want to host ASICs because there's a lot of people with GPUs that are going to have nowhere to go paying 25, 30, 40 cents a kilowatt. And not a lot of places are giving the
GPU miners.
Yeah, they're not. But here's the thing, there's a place that we looked at and they're great. And they're offering the same service we are, which I think is awesome because but you have to pay extra for that. It's not really built into the price. They're just giving you a slot with an Ethernet and a power and a power outlet. I don't think that's good service. I think it should be,
Basically similar to a data center.
right. Like, when you send your cards with us, at least hey, like these guys are crypto miners. They know what to look for. If something goes wrong, they know how to fix it. Like I would never feel comfortable sending something to a place where people just didn't take care of their they just plugged it in and, hey bro, you burn up your cards, it's not my problem. I don't want that. Like that's not what I want to offer. D Mine asked me a question, what's my new rate looking like at the new place? Well, I'm paying 11 cents here, right? The new place is going to be significantly less. So I'm hoping it's going to be down there. I don't want to say a number yet. We're in negotiations, but it's industrial, which is apparently different from commercial, and it's going to change. So I don't know yet, but I'm hoping it's going to be in a single digit number, hopefully. But we have to sign a contract, and a lot of work has to be done.
Very nice. Yep. Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be dope, man. I can't wait for that. So, King, what's next in the Mining King Business Solutions, man? I mean,
what's next?
I know you're only only open 9 to 4 on every other Thursday. What's next, man? What's next for the Mining King? That's what I want to know. Like Yeti's got so many things right now that it's like sometimes when I call him, he like switches over and goes, okay, here. Now he gets called in the other direction. He goes here. Like this guy works so much, man. But King, tell me what's up. What's new with you, bro? What's the next step for the Mining King? Now that you're maxed out at the Hawk facility, what are you gonna do now? Like, you know what I mean?
I'm maxed out at your place, and I'm maxed out in my garage.
Yeah.
Oh, and I have rigs in my guest room, and I have a iPolo in my kitchen. And
King, really? Say that when you sent everything to Hawk, you was not going to fill your house.
I don't recall that. I don't recall those words.
Yeah, right. He's like, yeah, I'm done for a while. I'm just gonna chill. Prices are high, and then like he sends me a picture of like 16 6700 XTs, the Hellhounds, and I'm like, what happened, dude? Like,
it was a good deal, man. Can't pass that up.
I'm jealous, man. I'm jealous because I'm ready to take payments in GPUs. Like,
oh man, when that merge happens, though, you could just get me a couple more 6700s and we'll call it even.
Yeah, for real. Like, yeah.
Oh, I'm just messing with you.
Hey, listen, part of the deal was they have to succeed. Okay.
No. They merge. Yes. It's that they merge.
The merge is not complete unless they succeed.
It's gonna merge.
All right.
Oh, it's gonna merge.
Hit him, Yeti. Come on.
Whether it's considered successful or not is a different story, right?
There's gonna be bugs and little hiccups, but I think it's gonna be okay for the most part. It's gonna be like any other piece of software that comes out nowadays. It's gonna be glitchy.
But there's a golden code, though, in software. If it's not broken, don't fix it. And there's a lot of software developers, they think this way. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And when you go into something that is already working, you know what I mean? Like, listen, Max Voltage made a perfect argument. And I couldn't believe that he actually, like, kind of semi-agreed with me, I guess. I don't want to say he agreed with me. He semi-agreed with me. And
I try to offer him not to even remotely agree with you, and I was going to give him a super chat.
Well, he goes, they could have. And let's touch on the merge for a second because it's a hot topic, right? Let's talk about it. Yeti's very versed in it. Yeti, Max said something of like, if they would have just cut their rewards, right? That it could have been a lot more efficient, and they would have reached that goal. There's something flying in my office. Would have reached that goal if they cut the rewards because it would have something about affecting the hash rate. You know what I'm talking about? Do you have any insight on that, Yeti?
Yeah, I guess if you look at it from that perspective, by cutting the rewards, they're effectively making it less profitable to mine.
Right.
So, or they're meaning that they ideally want just ASICs on their network and get rid of all the GPU miners.
Right.
Either would reduce, obviously, their carbon footprint, which is what I think they're so worried about. But quite honestly, they've been running merge mine, like effectively dual mining both sides of Ethereum, right? So you've got the staking side and the proof of work side right now. It has been running for what, since they run the start the test nets for the merge and such. So you're looking at what, good 6, 7, 8 months now. It's been running like that without any problems. Now, me and you touched upon this in our video that we did, right? Software can evolve. You get a white paper, you can evolve that white paper from where it started. Bitcoin's white paper has evolved a number of times. I don't think the Lightning Network was ever planned right from the very beginning. That was something that came along when they realized that they were having, high block times and high costs in transaction fees.
Right.
So, I mean, they could have done something like that. They could have made it so that the stake teeth got a better reward value in a percentage, in a percentage environment. So you could do it 60-40. So 60% is on staking, 40% is on proof of work. They could have looked at all of the options, but they decided not to. Now they're in the realm of where they're very close to getting to the point of becoming centralized by the fact that, 4 big data centers in the world are running, a big chunk of the staking nodes on Ethereum.
Right. I was listening to Bitsby tripping about it. And he said that the test nets and everything are good. Now, don't quote me on this, guys. I'm not as technical as someone like Yeti. I'm learning, but I would say I'm like here's Yeti, and then I'm like below the camera space when it comes to the technical side of things. I know just enough to get by. But what he did say was the test nets are great, but they're not running the load on the network, right, Yeti? Like, they don't have the load that's on right now, right?
Sure.
So it's going to be very interesting to see that, okay, yeah, you could run all the test nets you want, but you have to put the load on the network. And you're not going to know how well that test net is going to run until the entire network is on it. Like, there's no way to mimic that. And if there was, they never said anything. You know what I mean? So is that what they do in testing? Can they mimic the load, Yeti? Or do you think it's the real proof is going to be in the pudding and what happens the next couple of days?
That's a good question. It really depends on how the test nets are built, right? Because you could mimic the load and that's basically the transactions that are going through. Right. Whether you could mimic it identically, probably not, because obviously hash rate comes on, goes off all the time on the network. You'll have a rig drop and it'll drop off for 5 minutes. Well, you can't estimate that at all in an ideal scenario. So there's going to be some differences. At that point, you make, every option to be as close to the actual as possible, and then you can estimate the rest. So, if at 95% transaction going through the system, they can probably generate superfluous transactions without any costs. They could test it.
In your opinion, Yeti, and it's just opinion, as a developer, a software developer for years, and you worked on countless projects, all over the world, even for some really, really big names.
Sure.
And if you were in charge of the Ethereum network, what would have been your approach to going to proof of stake? Would you have maybe stayed? Would you have kept both? What would have been your approach to it?
That's a good question, actually. I would have looked into the option of both, right? So after seeing it run for 6 to 8 months and it be pretty stable for the last 6 to 8 months, I would say. Been very little problem with the Ethereum network. That says to me that they could have run it side by side. It's just how do they reward
both sides
and the proof of work that's that's proportionately even, right? So you've got to lock up 32 ETH, right? You're not going to get paid the same, or I'd expect not to be paid the same as somebody's proof of work, right? They're going to get a smaller slice of that pie,
Right.
as it were. Now, they could have probably factored all that in and figured out what that works out to as a percentage. Like, out of each block reward, 65-70% could go to the staked ETH, and the rest is done by miners. It would still give him, in effect, a small reward, but it would reduce that reward significantly for the miners, which would force those miners to go looking elsewhere as well, because you would have people that were pure profit switching, in which case Ethereum's price would lower and come in line with some of the other coins that are out there. So I'd have probably looked at doing both and seen a way to try and, almost have your cake and eat it, as they say. Like,
or get close to it.
They could have had staked ETH and they could have had proof of work. They could have worked out a system that worked for both.
Right.
Yeah, that's really interesting. The
other question is, does that give them extra resiliency, having proof of work as a backup for all the nodes?
Yeah.
What are you gonna say, King?
I did want to say one more thing. Thank you, Rondi, for the super chat, man. My boys, much love, dude. Hey, it's Rondi's birthday today, man. Why are you gonna super chat me? It's your birthday, dude. Happy birthday to you. I'm a terrible singer.
Happy birthday to you. I'm gonna fast forward this. Happy birthday to Rondi. Happy birthday, bro. Yeah, I think, but like you said, Yeti, I think that I think having both would have made the network a lot more stable. But it's always interesting to get. Well, I know we did our video on this a while back, probably about a week or so, I think.
Yeah.
And I think you were here in the States. We did it. Matter of fact, you were at Rondi's house.
Yes, I was.
That's right. You gave me a 60% Ethereum succeeds, 40% failure. Would you stick with those numbers to this day, even though now with all the new news coming out?
Oh yeah,
Really?
I would say that it's the 60-40 that it should work,
Right.
because they've had plenty of time and plenty of test runs to get this right. I mean, reality, it should be much higher than that, but given all of what we've heard and what I've heard in the ETH dev calls and such, I would mean at most it's going to be 50-50 right now.
Right.
At most, it'll be 50-50. There's going to be no middle ground. Like I said in our video, there will be no middle ground. It's either going to work really well or it's going to crash and burn spectacularly.
It just sucks, man. It just, like so much of riding on the line, and I'm completely off of ETH at the moment. I got my last payout. I'm off of it. I moved everything over. Wow, Denise, 100,000 IDR. Thanks for that super chat, man. I appreciate it. I'm not sure what that converts to. I think it's $10. But I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for that on behalf of the Mining King, because it's his channel. Sorry, King. Sorry, King.
Thank you, Dennis, for the super chat, man. Really appreciate it, man.
But I think I agree with King and a lot of people where just shut the door. Enough's enough now. Like, we're tired of it. Let's move forward. Start the bloodbath. Let's get to it.
So,
yeah.
I released a video right today that I recorded last night about all the hash rates on all the different networks, right? And they're already all up, and yields on all the coin are already all the way down. And we haven't even seen a fraction of what's to come, right? So right now, I have about roughly 2 kilosouls, or even more sometimes, right? I got a couple rigs off of my garage. So I get up to like 2.5 kilosouls. I'm making like maybe 20 flux a day. I was making 10 flux a day with 6 1070s. I had 200 souls. I have 2.5 kilosouls now, and I'm barely making only double that. So it's like seeing all these networks, like ETC's up to 55 terahashes when I checked. Ergo was at like 25, 27. Flux was over 3 megasouls, and even Ravencoin is up. It was up to I think 7 terahashes. So, what's your take on this, Yeti? How many people do we need to actually turn off and just quit mining, or how many people do you think are only in it for the passive money of Ethereum?
Yeah, me and Hawk have had a chat about this actually, about how much a lot of numbers are being thrown around, right? Like how much this needs to go up by for it to be profitable again. However, nobody ever works out that probably I would say a bare minimum 20 to 25% will just turn their stuff off, because all they were doing it for was the pure profits. I can't see some of the big Ethereum ASICs doing anything but having to switch theirs over to ETC, mainly because they won't have got anywhere near the sort of money that they were hoping to out of it. With those E9s especially being so late to the
game.
Party,
Yeah,
they literally came way too late.
I couldn't believe they released them. I was just like,
well, I guess when you take that many pre-orders for them, you've got to release them, right?
Yeah.
But at least they've come out with the ETC firmware now. So Panda was showing on his recent video that they've got an ETC firmware update for the E9 now. But Hawk's L7 is probably the best example of a really good investment right now, because right now they haven't announced another Litecoin miner to replace the L7. So right now the L7 is the biggest script miner out there that's publicly available to buy.
All right.
So they're going to hold on to their value and hold on to their profitability that bit longer than most ASICs.
Right.
Same in some regards with even some of the 140 terahash Bitcoin miners. It's just going to be the quantity you're going to need to buy now. It's not about replacing it with a more up-to-date model, because there isn't one. But it's now just
quantity,
accumulation of quantity.
So just to give perspective to everybody, I'm looking at mining pool stats right now. Excuse me, sorry, that sandwich. Whew. Anyway, excuse me. So the hash rate on Conflux was 500 gigahash last week. It's pushing a terahash. So we're starting the 500 gigahash. Now I don't know about the Octopus algorithm. I don't know how it's if it anything about it, King.
I've only tested it. I can't remember what it correlates to on Ethereum.
Core RAM memory.
It's core memory, so it's intensive.
Core RAM memory.
Yeah. So
I think he was. Were you asking is it a 1-to-1 exchange for Ethereum hash rate? I don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's close, but I mean, either way, 500 gigahash is not something to, even if it had ergo type numbers, that's still a lot. You know what I mean? We're seeing hash rates increase on everything. Here's Firo, DJ Mine's favorite coin, and I mean it's up from it was at 90 and now it's back down to 83, but that's been up now for a while because it was never that high. I mean, looks like Beam is starting to see a steady increase. It was at 266 kilosouls, now it's at 404. I mean, we're already starting to see the change. I know Ravencoin has had a little bit of price discovery here. They went up about 100% the other day.
Yeah.
They're up.
So and they're at they went from, my God, 3 terahash last week on September. Well, what's today's date? Yeah, September 6th. Now they're at 7.9, 7.19. That's a lot, man. We're starting to see where the hash rate's going. And there's a lot of other projects I think that people are looking at that a lot of people aren't talking about. Mm-hmm. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of this. Has anybody heard of Eternity?
Yep, I've mined Eternity.
Is it a CPU? It's gotta be CPU,
no.
right?
No, it's GPU.
It's GPU?
I mined it for 2 weeks on my 1660s. I got 280 Eternity.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know much about it, but I mean, I think this is going to be a good time.
It takes an eternity to pay you out.
Yeah, right.
There is not a lot of options to get rid of it. That is its downfall.
Oh, so it takes an eternity to sell it then.
Congrats to New England Crypto for hitting 500 subs today. Congrats, my man. That's awesome. Yeah. 500 more and 500 times 1,000 more. Keep it going, my brother. It's all good. But, you know, it's interesting because now we're starting to see where all the hash rate is going already. And, I mean, these next couple days, man, are going to be like, it's going to be crazy, man. Like Neoxa, I was looking at the Neoxa hash rate, and, I mean, Neoxa is at 2 terahash. Like, that's insane.
I started mining Neoxa when it was like a couple gigahash, and I had one card on it, and I got like 20,000. Not 20,000 for a whole day. 20,000 for like just like going to bed and waking up and turning it off. It's insane.
Listen, I think the Neoxa project owes the Mining King way more than they've ever given him, because he essentially was like one of the first to put the video out on it. I don't think there were many videos out on Neoxa King. I thought I'm going to say this, man.
I think I was the first.
You brought this project to light, man. If these guys succeed and it turns out good, man, they should just give you the floor, bro. Like you really did bring them out.
Come on, now it's time to own up that you're on the Neoxa payroll, aren't you?
No,
that's what it is. No,
nope. Honestly, not. I actually asked before they deployed Minecraft to get like a day or two of just me and Wooly being in there, right? So we can like get some stuff recorded, and they didn't even give it to us.
Wow.
So they said they would, and then they were like, no, we can't do that. And I'm like, all right, I understand.
Okay.
I mean, we were on the Rust high for a while. I couldn't get anybody to play StarCraft with me.
Do we get into the whole realms of that they're not proof of game then?
Okay, so I'll say this: they're
as close at the moment as they've ever been. I'll give them that. But technically, the way that they've portrayed their proof of game is not accurately proof of game, because they've got problems with integrating blockchain technology with Minecraft, for example. I know there's a legal problem with that, isn't there?
Yeah, right. So they can't legally have any type of blockchain in their server whatsoever, which is why you have to register your wallet in their forum for Neoxacraft, because I believe they have to manually track all these stats, and that's how they pay people out, right? And that's in order to be compliant, right, with Microsoft, so they're able to have the server. Yeah, that's I would say proof of play or something like that would be.
Proof of play is probably more accurate,
but I think it's a good concept. What they really need somebody to do is an actual like game developer come in and see that this is successful and be like, okay, how can we integrate this to our game? Then it would be proof of game, because then like the game needs to be ran on the blockchain.
Yep.
And then
it's as close as they've ever been to full proof of game concept, but it's more proof of play, which is still pretty good as a concept. I've seen some other proof of play style games that might not pay you out in crypto, but it pays you out in other ways, whether that be in-game currency or other things like that. And the concept is pretty good. And at the moment, they're doing all right. They've, I think, slightly underestimated the requirements for Minecraft. We were discussing this yesterday, weren't we?
Oh man, it is so underrated.
It is very resource hungry, as I found out by running the Misfit mining, Minecraft server that Wooly manages and runs for us. That takes some serious resources just to cover you for like 10 game players playing, full on all day.
So, if you don't mind me asking, how much memory, what kind of CPUs are we talking?
So it's currently got a 10 Yeah, I think it's 8 cores, 16 threads.
Okay.
And that's running with 64 gig of RAM on a 10 gigabit connection.
On a 10 gigabit connection. Oh
Yeah.
wow. Yes, Sir Hawk down there. Or
I just want to say,
sure.
Teaspoon Miner is live and he's streaming our stream. So Teaspoon, thanks, man. I appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Buddy.
He's such a good dude, man. I love Teaspoon.
I gotta figure out how to raid people, but I don't know how to do that.
I know how you got to do it. Both of you, he's listening in on this too. So both of you have to put your settings in your YouTube studio and allow it, but it's not called raid. It's called oh god, I was just doing this the other day with somebody. It's like you have to like allow like not cross stream, but or something like that where we can send we just basically jump where the link that we're on now, it'll just jump straight to his. But guys, Teaspoon is live when we go off. Make sure you show him some love. He's a good dude, very smart. And I always love what he has to say. So it's definitely not cross stream. I don't know what it's called, man. I don't know. I gotta remember that.
I have to go in my studio though, huh?
Yeah, you got to go to your studio. He does too. Hang on, let me look now because now I gotta know. I just did it the other day because the hobbyist actually hit me up and he's like, you have to, like I was asking questions and he knew. Like I feel like the hobbyist knows everything. Like when I have a question about life, I call the hobbyist and I just ask him because he seems to know everything. I'm just kidding. He's a friend. But you have to go into like advanced settings, I think, or. Let's see. Community. Okay, so all right, there you go. So what you can do is it's called specific channels that can redirect my content. It's under community in your YouTube studio. And I put like I have Red Panda, Chump, Max, you, the hobbyist, and DJ Minds all there.
So do I just type Teaspoon or what?
Wait, hold on a second, Pocket.
Else see that message from Pocket.
Wait a second. It's his birthday.
Does that mean Chump's going to grow an inch?
Wait a minute. It's his birthday, and he didn't. All right, hold on a second. Watch out. Yeah. Hold on.
He's going to call him.
Specific channels who can redirect to my content. Okay, I just added Teaspoon and I saved it. There you go.
Oh, but he has to do it too. Hold on.
Okay.
You mean to tell me? Wait a minute. Hold on.
It's Chump's birthday too?
Yeah.
What's up, dude? Are you fucking kidding me? It's your birthday and you didn't say anything?
What do you mean, man?
What do you mean, what do I mean? I'm yelling at you on a live stream. That's how pissed I am at you.
Oh, man, I got your mom muted. I'm trying to finish some stuff up.
Dude, happy birthday, bro.
Get your stream, will you?
No. Everybody right now, type 22 in the chat to say happy birthday to Chump Change. Bro, what the heck, man? I thought we were friends.
Uh-oh, the bromance.
I appreciate you.
Are you sure? Are you sure you still love me, man? Because I'm just like I'm questioning our relationship right now. I'm just kidding.
Questioning our relationship.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Do that.
Oh man, now I got to do a video, bro. Like I did for Rondi.
Oh, way to give it away. Listen to you.
Look, Yeti just looked at you right when you said that, dude.
All right.
I thought.
I'll catch you later.
All right, later.
Oh man.
Whatever. I recorded something for you. Yeah, no.
Look at DJ Minds. You can never tell Hawk a secret.
I think Rondi's out of here. I don't think he heard it. Hold on. He's like, way to give it away. It's okay.
Well, we've been going for a little over an hour now, so it's been about an hour and actually 25 minutes.
I did a video for Rondi. I thought it was, funny. Happy birthday, bro. Whatever.
Hey, happy birthday, boss.
Yeah.
Pocket, if you're watching this, could you DM me your address? I want to send Chump the world's greatest boss coffee mug to him, okay?
Hang on a minute, King. I've actually got his address.
Oh, do you? Nice.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so sending him the world's greatest boss coffee mug.
God, I'm never going to hear the end of this now. Wealth Talks goes, now we just need his social security number. Oh my god. Well, I honestly like I didn't even think about it. And let's dox him.
Well, hey, everybody that's in here, if you got time tonight, go into Misfit Mining, go over to Chump's section, and tell him happy birthday. All of us are here just because of Chump. He brought me and Hawk over to Misfit Mining. We appreciate him 100%. We love you, boss. Happy birthday, man.
We should get him more solar panels.
Oh, I was gonna get him some stilts or something like that. No, I'm just kidding.
So, oh my god, so like it was just like the funniest thing. I picked up chump change and I put him on my shoulder at the meet.
However, remind me to say every time you said this that something was on your shoulder. Just remember that.
Oh my god. We're gonna send Chump Change some more solar panels. Gonna power the whole farm, his whole house, all his bad habits.
Yeah,
power everything.
We could send some more solar panels, but I'm gonna send some boots with heels like this thick on them.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Oh look,
that is
look,
awful. Oh
look,
my god, Yeti's already got him. So
Good.
much for secrets. I thought this was the secret we were gonna send. Now that secret's out, so now I don't feel so bad.
Oh, I'm sorry, Teaspoon. There you go, Teaspoon.
Here you go, King. Here's a set that we can send him.
Oh yeah, look, man, he can just that way he can hang out with everybody.
What? Oh Jesus.
There's a really good story, but maybe we'll do that another time.
There you go. All right, guys. I think we're going to sign off, man. We've been having fun. Remember to catch us next Tuesday. It's going to be on Hawk's channel. We're going to have a special guest, another crypto tuber, come on the channel here. And thank you, Yeti, for taking time out of your day. It is actually very, very late where Yeti lives. It's probably
about
like
3 a.m.
I was going to say like 2 or 3 a.m. So this is appreciate you coming on, Yeti. I know you're probably going to bed after this. I know you're probably going to bed, but thank you again.
Oh, no, it's been good fun. I grabbed a couple of hours earlier to make sure I was still awake for this. So
you took a little nap.
Oh yeah.
Well, all right, guys. I think we're gonna call it here. Thanks, Hawk, for being on here. As always. Make sure to go check out Hawk's channel. Link is down below.
I'm gonna lose subscribers after giving away the birthday secret.
Yeah, right. And hey, I think this many appearances for Yeti, he's gonna have to start a YouTube channel.
I've been trying to get him to do it. Please. I think we're gonna just put Yeti on the new company YouTube and have him just be the guy.
I mean, hey, if you want, man, dude, you could just make the videos and I'll just edit them.
Try to raid Teaspoon if you can.
I did the save thing for the thing you told me to do. I did it already.
Yeah, but you have to raid. I think you have to go to his like channel and raid him. You have to do the raid because he's the one receiving it.
Oh, that sounds wrong.
You have to go to his channel, don't you?
Okay, I'm there in his channel right now.
It should be like, I don't know if it's in his chat, the 3 dots on his chat. There's a way to like do it. I'm sure he did it.
No, it's not the 3 dots, and I don't see anything. Yeah.
I don't know how to do it. Maybe it's on your channel then? I don't know.
Okay, looking really quick. No.
Maybe settings, playback. Anybody know how to do it?
Anybody know how to do it?
You're asking the guy without a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how to.
Yeah. DJ Mines.
We'll post a link in the chat right now.
DJ, he's still in here. DJ, how do I raid Teaspoon?
DJ, yeah, probably. Well, never mind. I was gonna make a comment, but YouTube needs to step their game up. Hell no, I don't know. Twitch, you just type /raid. Maybe hold on.
No, I'm typing it right now. /raid.
Oh, doesn't work.
Teaspoon Miner. Nope.
Nope. I don't think it works there. Well, he's got 21 people in there, guys. Just I put the link in there.
Link for Teaspoons, right
Yep, I put
in the
the
chat.
link for Teaspoon's channel. Hit him
We'll get it next time.
Yeah, we got to figure out how to do it. I got to look it up.
All right.
So.
All right, guys, we're out of here. Thanks again for coming, and we'll catch you next Tuesday on Hawk's channel for Terahash Tuesdays. Later, guys.